What's going on, everybody? Adam here with eTrailer. Today we're going to be taking a look at the CargoSmart motorcycle wheel chock for T-tracks and X-tracks. I have the chock in my enclosed trailer right now, but if you don't have an enclosed trailer and you just have one that's open, you don't have to worry about keeping this on there. Yes, it's super easy to take off and on, but it is made of steel and has a powder coated finish, so it isn't going to rust away over time. The only thing really touching the floor of our enclosed trailer is going to be these two connection points on the end, and then we have a little rubber bumper, so you don't really have to worry about it scratching anything up or anything like that. It does give it a little bit of wiggle room, which is good, but sometimes people think that's going to scratch their floors. We don't have great floors in here, but even if we did, we wouldn't have to worry about scratches. All in all, I definitely like the idea of a chock. We have a lot of motorcycle wheel chocks, but of all of them, I really like this one just because we have the options of different types of track systems. Some of them we have hardware that is specific to that chock. You can't really use anything else with it. A lot of the stuff, as you see here, we have a lot of different T-tracks and X-tracks in this thing. So all the attachments we've already bought, we can use them down here if that is something we could use at the time. So I definitely like that. Yes, they don't come with it, but these things are super useful, and having more in your enclosed trailer like we do, it's always better. First things first, what we want to do is get an idea of exactly where we want our bike to sit. For me, I want to make sure that I can access this little hatch here. I have my spare tire in there and also some other tools. Also, I like to be able to go through the door you guys are standing in right now to be able to access all my shelves. So this is ideal for my situation. I have the tie down points that I need, and it's going to be nice and easy for me. So, speaking of easy, the best way to do this is to grab some T-tracks. I have grabbed these from our warehouse. So they do not come with the kit, but you can go ahead and grab a couple of these and put them on there. And this will give you a good idea of where to drill our holes. What I'm going to do is just make a couple marks just to make sure I get it exactly where I want it. Just one up top. And then I'm going to mark the holes just like that. I'll even mark one right in the back here just to make sure it doesn't shift whenever I'm drilling. The T-tracks that I'm using did not come with hardware, so I had to supply my own. So then what you need to do is grab a drill bit that is going to be the right size for whatever hardware you choose to go with. So now we have everything ready to rip, and I'm going to go ahead and start drilling out these holes. Now we can go ahead and take our chock, line up all the holes, and they line up perfectly. And then we'll take our bolts, and we want to make sure that they go all the way through. It's really important whenever you're choosing the hardware, because I've seen it to where these T-tracks just tear straight out of the ground if we don't go all the way through and lock them down that way. So definitely do that. So what I recommend you use for hardware is a pressure washer, and then a normal washer, and then of course a nut on the bottom end. It will be a lot easier if you have two sets of hands. So now we have a quick and easy install. Go ahead and pull these little triggers here. Go in the slot, come back, go down, and push forward. Not going anywhere. These are going to be super nice just because you don't just need T-tracks to use this. So yes, it does work in T-tracks, but it's actually going to work with X-tracks too. So I actually have some X-tracks up here. And so if it's not a wheel chock kind of day, you can go ahead and just put it up here and use it for whatever. I would probably put a garden hose right here because it probably wouldn't go anywhere, but it's always nice buying a product when you can use it for any situation. As far as dimensions go, down here on the bottom, this bracket is going to make it about 14.5 inches wide. We are going to have a height of about 12 inches, and we are going to have a depth of about 12 inches. This wheel chock will be able to fit tire widths up to 7 inches, but one thing to take into account is right here, it's going to slowly taper in. So if you have a really wide tire, don't be afraid if it doesn't go all the way back, because right here is about 8 inches and up here is about 5.5 inches. As long as it fits in there and gives a good point for your tire to push up against it, that's what we're really looking for here. But enough with all that, let's go get a bike. Now that we have it in place, I just want to let you know that it doesn't hold the bike up at all. So if you have extra set of hands to help you strap it down, that's always good. But what I do is have it already kind of set up, and what I do is I get it to where it's kind of leaning to one side a little bit, and then go click, click, click 1 or 2 times just to see, get it to where it won't move. And now it'll kind of just sit up there. And this is only if you're doing this all by yourself. This is what I do, because sometimes I go riding alone, but that works. Well, everyone, that just about does it for a look at the CargoSmart motorcycle wheel chock.